I'm going to show you how to organize a jewelry box drawer, but you can use this technique for any drawer, for anything, tools, nuts, bolts, whatever you've got to store, you can use this technique. I'm taking a piece of 1/2 inch foam. I'm going to use it to cut an insert that fits right in that drawer. You can use these grooves to put earrings, rings, whatever kind of jewelry in it. I did cut these grooves about 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch thick. This foam is 1/2 inch thick. And I could just create a little drawer on the front. You can use the same method for any drawer, any amount of storage. I cut the grooves with the table saw on a crosscut sled. You need to have it blocked down because if you try to cut without anything heavy on top, it's just going to fly out of the way because that blade's just going to sling it. I did create a shelf. Now you can cut the groove on the table saw. You cannot resaw this on a table saw because the foam is going to get pulled down to the insert. You need to do it by hand. First step is to measure your drawer. This one measures 9 by 5 3/8. I don't know where this foam came from. I think it was packaged with something else. So the insert needs to be 9 by 5 3/8. I'm just using painter's tape to strike a line. Painter's tape is a little less sticky than other tape, so I don't have to worry about it pulling any of the foam off. I'm using my crosscut table saw sled I made myself. If you got a table saw, you definitely need one of these. This gives me a little bit more control as I cut this. I'm going to use a 2x4 to hold this down because if you don't weight this foam down, the blade will just sling it right off and you're not going to get good cuts. Our first cut, you can see you get a nice clean cut with the table saw, but you do have to weight that foam down. When I cut through anything, I wear earmuffs because I like to protect my hearing. I wear a respirator because I don't want to breathe in wood, I don't want to breathe in MDF, I don't want to breathe in foam. So I always like to wear a respirator so I'm not breathing in whatever I'm cutting because I don't want that stuff in my body. I also wear a full face shield. You can wear glasses as long as you're wearing something to protect your eyes. I like a full face shield because I just don't want anything to fly in my eyes. And while this is foam, and it's not likely something to fly into my eyes, it's good practice. And I just always, if I'm cutting something, I always wear a face shield. I'm going to do a couple slots in the foam to insert rings or earrings or whatever jewelry might be. So I'm going to start 1 inch off the back, which this tape is 1 inch wide. So I'll just know that is my line. Now you will have to cut this blind because you have to flip it. Make sure your blade is low enough so you're not cutting all the way through the foam. This is 1/2 inch foam. I'm going to end up cutting about 3/8 of the way through it. That way it's not going to break apart. Then if I'm using the tape, I'll be able to tell by this edge where to make the cut. So I got the first cut in there. Now I'm just going to go every 1/2 inch. And you see this is a little flimsy, but when you get it in the drawer, it'll have backing so it'll be fine. I'll give you a nice slot. You can cut as many slots as you want into this. You can do it all the way to the front. You could also cut a section out if you want, just the bottom of the drawer. And I think I'm going to cut just a little section out, just have a little shelf in the front. I cut the grooves in this flat. Now, trying to resaw this thing is not going to work, especially without a zero clearance insert. You start cutting this, that foam's going to suck right into that blade, and you're going to make a mess. So the shelf part, I'm going to use a handsaw. With the top of it, it's got a little bit of thickness anyway, where it's about the right height for the foam. It does fit right in the drawer. It just has a little bit of tension on it. Now, if I had to do this again, I probably wouldn't make this shelf. I did it just so it'd have tension front to back. Side to side's enough, and all you do is take depth out of the drawer, or you could use it for more storage. So really, there's no point in having it. The grooves are great. The shelf, not so much. While I did cut this shelf, I probably wouldn't do it again. I had to do it by hand. It took too long. And all you're doing is just taking space from the bottom of the drawer. Because you try to resaw this in this orientation, that foam's going to get pulled into the blade insert. It's going to be a mess. So I did cut it by hand. That's why it's slightly uneven. If you take it out completely, you can have a little bit more depth in your drawer. This will allow the drawer to be much more organized.